Hey guys, Luke here, and welcome to episode 10 of my James Hart Rugby League Live 2 Be a Pro series that we're doing. And we are a fair way into the season. As you can see here, round 20. We've only missed the one game through suspension. There's been a few byes here and there. But yeah, we've played a majority of the games, quite a few. And we are up to a 71 rating, I think it was. So our guys getting up there, and as a result, you've been seeing a few more tries lately. Just getting a bit more involved in the game as much as we can. Obviously, we don't want to overplay our hand, but we do find ourselves, it's a little bit of a habit that we do overplay our hand a little bit, go for those offloads, but it's so hard to resist considering the side we are. We're one of the worst sides in the comp. We just offer nothing. The halves don't do anything forwards. Now, I don't know if that's a flaw in the game or if that legit is just our side being crap, because I've seen a lot of other BA pros having similar sort of situations. Fullback might not be the best position for that. Maybe hooker is the best one for being able to have a decent side, be able to control things a little bit more, or in the halves or something. Because as you see here, we're having to do a bit of ball playing here. Now that ball wasn't actually supposed to hit us. I didn't call for that one. It just ended up with us, and then I panicked and thought, need to get rid of the ball here because I don't want to continue taking hit ups, use all my stamina and that. But we come up with our first kick return. It was a pretty strong one, I have to say, and we want to continue up the form that we've been having. Like I said, we've been scoring a few tries lately. Sharks, they're a pretty good under 20 side here, and we're going to have a nice little kick chase here. Unfortunately, strength just isn't quite there, and the fullback just has enough strength to sort of get through there. But they make another break, or not another break, but probably one of their first breaks, our first tackle as the fullback there, rather than anything else, just like a normal tackle, their first line break. And we handled it pretty well there. Then we had another kick return, which is quite good. Now just here, had I been a little bit more aware, that's exactly the play that I'm wanting, that's what I'm waiting for, and I think I was just so caught off guard it actually happened that I wasn't ready for it when it happened. And although we did get the ball, I did call for it, we just had too many players around us for us to do any damage here. And then Sharks end up going through and scoring. We made a key tackle on the left hand side, but they threw it back into the middle, kicked it up, and the left wing ended up scoring, I think it was. Valentine Holmes, who's actually playing under 20s here. There's a few players been playing first grade who, Morrow, I think for the Eels, been playing, Ewan Aiken for the Dragons. I'm not sure if it's because we're playing this mode that they're there, because I know in first grade for the West Tigers, one Ewan Aiken and stuff, Morrow were definitely in the first grade side. I assume Holmes probably as well. But all these under 20s players all seem to be in the side for the Be a Pro mode, so I'm okay with that. I mean, it's quite interesting. It's always nice to come up against someone that you know. Like like when I was up against Dragons, there's a player that went to school with him. I thought that was nice. So I like playing against the Dragons. Obviously, Sharks, Valentine Holmes, quite exciting to take on, real life players that you know. So that was quite good. In terms of how we're actually playing, we just left that ball. And as you see here, we create a 3-on-1, I think it was, maybe a 2-on-1, and they just didn't do anything here. And then once again, trying to exploit it, and just there, I showed that play because I was up in support and I was looking for that pass and they didn't throw it. I thought we would have been through there, but that just seems to be a common theme with our side. They don't do the obvious stuff, and then they try and pass me the ball when it's just not on. Although we have been dropping a few little offloads, as we saw just before there, that puts Cronulla on the attack. But I think we'll never have a chance to catch that. I mean, it's pouring and rain. How can you expect me to catch that? Or James Hart to catch that, I should say. Now, 73rd minute here. We went for the all-or-nothing player there, the little grubber, and it didn't work out. We nearly got something out of it. Now, we're just looking to draw and pass there. Didn't get the pass off, which is disappointing. So that's something we usually do get. It's for the computer stuff up there. But we have a chance here, and I thought we're going to get around him. But they have a last-ditch, not a last-ditch, but they got enough on it. And they made the tackle. Now, we had a little chance there to get an intercept on the 80th minute. I'm not sure why the opposition ends up throwing the ball around when they've got the lead. It's not something you would tend to see happen in real life. When the teams get the lead, they just, kick the ball out or something. But it happens in this game for some reason. And, we concede, we have another loss. So I'd say we were dead last on the table probably. And at this stage, I'm not too concerned. I mean, I don't really care about under 20s, but this Rooster side, this is definitely a big one for talking about players that obviously the Latrell Mitchell guy had been talked about. We got Tuivasa-Sheck's little brother Johnny, and this Willis Meehan dude was pretty hyped up before he went and I think he bashed a dude or something, but he's been sacked from the Roosters, but he's still on their roster for the game. So Willis Meehan's there, and he's their goal kicker. You'll find that in later in the episode. But a very, very nice kick return there, first up. Obviously, couldn't go length of the field, but I think I got too high expectations on myself that every time there's, half a gap, I expect that I'm going to run the length of the field after doing it for the, most of my tries that I've scored this season. Now straight up here, I thought that was a nice little pass there, but I think that is Willis Mayhem. He's gonna race away and score untouched. It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be a very frustrating game because it's dry and it's dry conditions and they're dropping those sort of ones. So very frustrated to start the game out that way, considering I thought we had a pretty good start. You saw my kick return was great, got us on the front foot there, and then obviously backing it up with a drop ball from our teammate. Now, a line break was made there. I'm not sure who it was by, probably two of us, a Sheck or someone. We came up with a pretty nice tackle there, but we didn't make a good read running back there to try and receive the ball. We just overran it a little bit. I thought the ball was going to continue bouncing a little bit more. Thankfully enough, we had enough desperation to run in and grab it, but we were tackled immediately. And then our last opportunity of the half, we ended up dropping it as well, I think, or we just made a tackle, I can't remember. But the second half did start off really, really well as the ball went out dead on the foot, which is interesting. The first time I've seen that happen by the computer, but we couldn't take advantage of that. We did absolutely nothing with the ball here, and I feel like if I don't get involved, which I did, and I was trying to play the fullback role, if I don't get involved, we just do nothing. We offer nothing, apart from maybe a kick or something. But yeah, Roosters made a line break. We come up with the tackle, but it's going to continue on. See, fifth tackle here. They're putting up a bomb, and he's going to get tapped back. And the Roosters are going to end up with the ball here. Going to come across here. They launch up a second bomb. We're not going to get under the ball. It's going to be the winger through Montoya, and it got knocked down to Milne. Maybe we should have been in position to look for that back and, to try and get in front, but I was under the impression that I was going to be the one taking the kick, and then it goes from bad to worse here when they race away. But do we have the legs to run in and chase him down? Yes, we do. That's one of the first rundowns or chase downs we've done of the series. Hopefully, we don't have to do too many more because the idea is to not let them do it in the first place. But it was all to no avail as Milne ends up scoring a try anyway. So we wasted all the energy. We should have just let them go and score. Would have been the same result anyway. So 18-0 down after 16 minutes. Probably one of the biggest beatings we had. I remember at the start of the season, Storm gave us a pretty big battering. Now, I think this is Mayhem. Straight from the kickoff. Runs over one. Runs over us. And people are saying, go for the legs tackle. I am going for the legs tackles. We're just getting destroyed still. But yet again, we come up with a big tackle this time, though we don't give away a penalty. And then they go from dummy half and make another strong tackle there. That's 2 in a row after that missed tackle, leading to the break. Now, 70 minutes here. I've decided that I need to take it into my own account just to try and get the team going. Need to come up with some inspirational plays there. We chase down that kick, and I wouldn't say exactly inspirational, but we're leading from the front foot here, and then they take it straight around us, just destroying all of it there. But we are going to come up with a huge tackle there. I keep saying a huge tackle, but we're missing the tucks originally, but that one, they made a line break straight after we'd already made a tackle. They're going to hit it into the inside pass, and then I don't know who the big fat dude was, but he should have made the tackle, and Connor Watson just run straight past us because I was under the impression that, the big dude was going to grab him. Instead, he just watched him and said, hey, go for it. Go for that gap. The fullback won't do anything. Now, at this stage, I wouldn't say our stamina is shot, but in terms of we've used most of it from having to make tackles and that sort of stuff. So we haven't got much left in the tank, so expect to miss some tackles at that stage, and that's what we did. And the last kick return we had the game wasn't great, but we did make no errors in the match, which was nice. That's one of the objectives, so we completed that one. And with that, we give us a stat increase. So we're up to 72 rating here. You can see we're adding speed, strength, well, not speed at all to be honest, but mostly strength and I think stamina, technique, that sort of stuff, bit of everything. But yeah, that's where the video is going to end. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you can leave a like, we very much appreciate it. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter at Mr. Luke on my T. Facebook page in the description below. And leave any comments. I'll take a look and I'll respond to them. And yeah, I'll see you for the next video. Bye guys.